Okay, the purpose of this video is to go through the process involved in removing a system setup password from a Dell Latitude laptop. Now this procedure will work on Dell Latitude D Series, like the D620, D630, and the E Series E6400, E6500. It will not work on the newer models beginning with the E6410. Most of those newer models are going to have a Core i3 to i7 processor. So this is basically for the dual core and Core 2 Duo families. Okay, first step in the procedure is you need to make a CD. And here's how you do that. You got to download a file, and we put it out on our download site to help you. The location of our file is at www.atrlaptops.com/dellpassword.iso. So we're making this movie assuming you know how to download a file and burn it into an ISO file. And that will allow you to make a CD. So we made one here on a disk. And again, we're assuming you'll know how to make the disk, and we've just shown you the location of the file. Now, once you've made the disk, what we're going to do is show you how to remove the system setup, or some people call the BIOS password. Here we go. Okay, first thing you're going to do is turn on your computer, and if you didn't know, you hit the F2 key to get into system setup. Take just a second to get into system setup. We want to show you, first of all, how you know that you've got a password on the setup. The password, if it's on there, will prevent you from making any changes in the computer's setup. Now that may or may not be an issue, but we want to make sure that you know how to do that, so that's the purpose of this video. This computer's taking just a few minutes to get booted up. Since it doesn't have an operating system on it, sometimes they take a little bit of time. Okay, here we go. This is a picture of a typical, in this case we're using a Dell E6500 Latitude laptop. And this is what it looks like now. You know that you got a lock if that lock symbol shows right there. Now it's real simple. If you know the password, you just hit the unlock key and put in the password. But the issue here that we're addressing is the fact that you just got this and you either forgot your password or you don't know what it is. So that's how you tell you have a password. Now we're going to go through the procedure to remove that password. So the first thing you're going to want to do is turn the computer off. And you're going to want to, well, you want to put the disk in first. You're going to want to boot this computer to this disk. So put the disk in before you turn the computer off. Now turn it off. Now to boot to that disk, you're going to turn the computer on and hit the F12 key. F12 will give you a choice of what to boot from. Now when it boots, it's going to show you preparing a one-time boot menu. And you're going to get the option to boot from that CD, because we've got a program on that CD that's going to allow you to do this magic. So now it's reading the disk. And in just a second, it's going to pop up on the screen a menu which is going to ask you where you want to boot from. Typically, it will say things like hard drive. And here it is. This is the screen you get. And it says, where do you want to boot from? And in this case, it's already highlighted the CDRW combo drive. We hit that, and now it's booting from this program that's on this CD. Now we get to the good stuff. Up comes a screen that says, this is the service tag. In this case, this certain service tag, C475 VH1 of this laptop. And it says, do you want to erase and or change the service tag? You hit Y for yes. And then hit the enter key. And now it's going to come and say, okay, type in the service tag. And you simply type right back in that same service tag number. In this case, C475 VH1. And now it says verify it, so you're going to have to do this twice. Type it in again. And it will come and ask you, are you sure you want to do that? Hit yes, and you're done. That's simple. So now, we would recommend that you, before you turn the computer off, pull the CD out so that you don't leave your CD inside the system. Now, if you want to verify that what you've just done is taken the password off, turn the computer off. Now you turned it back on, and it's going to power back up, and you hit the F2 key to get into setup. Now we're back at the setup screen, and you'll notice when you arrow down to system information, there's no lock there. No little lock symbol. So you have successfully removed the BIOS password. You heard it here on our YouTube.